official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to 100.9 on your FM dial. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. This is the official radio station of Winnebago Tribe in Nebraska. This is the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. Every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, we come on here live and talk about the Winnebago sports and other surrounding areas. This is your host, Coach Q. Right here, my co-host, my big brother, B Luv, is in the house.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, B Luv, we've took a couple weeks off, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff happened since since the last time we joined here in the studio.
Yep.
And this week we got a pretty interesting episode, man. We have a couple of the coaches and a couple of state qualifiers for the Nebraska cross country meet that's going to be happening tomorrow. And right now with us we have Coach Hunter Maxwell with us today from Homer.
Yes, sir. Hello.
The Homer Knights have a couple Ho Chunks up there that qualified, and they qualified as a team as well. We'll get into that in a little bit. We also have Coach Bono here from the Winnebago cross country team. Say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Coach. It's an honor to have you two coaches up here. The work you guys been doing in this early part of the school year, cross country is new to this area.
It is,
especially these small schools, and never really knew too much about cross country. But right now, three of my 5 sons all ran cross country, and they all picked up. They didn't know they were runners. They didn't really like running at first, but they caught on. By the end of the season, they loved running. And those 3 boys, they're still in real good shape right now. So cross country, absolutely. I got a whole new respect for cross country running.
Well, we used to run cross country, but then we run it from the cops back in the day.
Oh yeah. And man,
so you can't say we couldn't do it.
And we stayed in shape. Yeah. But so anyway, so we're gonna get into talk about the district cross country meets that Winnebago and Homer both were part of last week. I also was there, so I can kind of chop it up with them, check it out. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about a couple sports in Winnebago that have been going on. And the first one we have on our topic list is football, Winnebago football. So, yeah, apparently Winnebago football is going on a rampage. They've been collecting a lot of rushing yards. They got, I believe they're 4-2 on the season right now.
I think they're second in that Native American league that they're in.
Yeah,
they're in second place.
And so they have one more game, which is this coming Friday, and that'll be their last home game of the season. And Coach Adam James told me that as long as they win on Friday and Pine Ridge wins, then Winnebago will be hosting the first round of the playoffs here in Winnebago.
Okay.
In the following weeks to come. So that's something really exciting about the football league and the Winnebago football program that's going on right now. To host a postseason game, yep. I mean that's huge here in Winnebago, and
that's pretty awesome.
Y'all that are listening out there, you guys that are football fans or just Winnebago Indian fans, come down and come check out these last couple of games here. I believe they're really excited about this football team. One of our seniors, Mr. Antrell Harlan, made the news, and also made a couple articles out there in Indian Country.
Yeah.
I believe he's coming up close. This is his senior year. He's coming up close on 3,000 yards.
3,000 rushing yards, yeah.
Oh my gosh! And I believe right now the school record is maybe 26 or 28. I think Darwin Snyder has that record right now, and Antrell, I believe, is by the time he's done with the senior year, he's going to break that record.
I think he only needs not even 80 yards or something, right? Is that correct? Somewhere around there, about 80 yards or something?
So let's make sure and keep that on our radars, and everybody kind of pay attention to that for this coming game on Friday here in Winnebago. I believe the game starts at 3 o'clock, so come on down. All you football fans, hitting 3,000 yards is something.
Hitting 1,000 yards.
Hitting 1,000 yards is something in a season, but having 3,000 yards, man.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Well, I mean that all comes hand in hand when you're a 4-year starter and everything too. And then he was really good as a freshman, I remember. So, you know how it is back there running for your life half the time. So, but not so much with him. He's just a big kid.
Hey, Coach Bono. This guy always says that, man. We talk about back in the day football, and he always says to run for my life, and that's how I got all my yards. And I know, but I think he thinks that they were blocking back in the day, and I don't remember that.
Hey, man, we already shared stories on here. Hey, Barry, I told these guys a real quick story before we get on with what we're doing here, but I told them
we're gonna have to move on.
No, the hardest I ever got hit in high school was a JV game, and we were playing you guys here. You were running the ball. You're running down the sideline, and I think you probably remember we're both sophomores, and I had a beat on you coming out this way. Man, I was just gonna try to lay it into you right on the sideline here. Right when I was getting ready, then you turned at me and you ran towards me, and then I was in mid-step like that, and then we hit. You knocked me down right on my back. I went out of bounds. The momentum was going. Hit my back so hard, all the wind I thought I owned just gone. Yeah, it was gone. That was the hardest I ever got hit in football ever.
I've known you two for a long time.
Do you remember that?
I remember playing against you guys in everything. Football, basketball, everything. Before you go on,
ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first on the Big Voice Sports Talk Show that Barry Bono laid out Buffalo Bass and football. You heard it here first. Okay, Barry, what'd you say now?
I remember playing against you guys all the time. I can remember my mom screaming Buffalo's name from the stands.
Yeah, I had that effect on people.
Yeah.
Someone hit him. Someone guard him. He's already got 50.
Somebody put him in the game.
Someone get him off the bench.
Coach, help him out a little bit. He needs the letter.
Hey, man, I said I'm the comedian up here, man. Come on.
Okay, no. But yeah, good luck to the Winnebago Indians. I know that they're really they're hungry to get this to get going in the playoffs, you know, and I believe all of us football fans were also hungry to see Winnebago go deep into playoffs in the Native American League. So that's something to look forward to. We'll keep you guys updated on that after the game on Friday. So next week we'll have a big update on that. All right, going to move into a little bit of volleyball. I've seen a couple posts about the high school volleyball team, and they were doing really well. I know that I think they played their last home game last night, and
was it a conference tournament game? Is that what they were doing? I can't even.
I asked for a couple updates. We're just trying to find out, but I saw some parents saying that their seniors were their last game last night, so I'm kind of thinking that was maybe the last home game. So and then postseason comes up. I think we've been talking about Omaha Nation's volleyball team.
Oh, yeah.
They still only got 2 losses on the season, and
wow,
they're looking to finish off the season with two losses on the season, and they're looking good for the postseason.
Trip down to Lincoln, maybe.
Hopefully, I mean that's. Cool. I mean right now it looks like it, but we'll also keep you posted on that one there. Yeah. But as for Winnebago volleyball, we do have some good news out there. I believe it was the Winnebago 4th grade girls were in the league up there at the arena, and they play against all those big city schools up there, like Healing and North and East and all those schools like that. They come out with the championship.
Nice.
And Coach D. And it looks like she did a good job this year. This is probably about the 3rd or 4th time that I've seen that grade. Some posts about that entire crew there. Nice. So they've been doing a real good job. And Winnebago volleyball really looks promising in the next few years here because the coaching for the youth and the development part of the teams. They're former volleyball players that actually made a name for themselves in the sport. So that's actually really good. for the kids, for the girls that are all considering on going out and playing volleyball, that you have some good coaches, some coaches that been there before that can teach you how to play the game itself. So congratulations to you girls for going out there and bringing home that first place championship to Winnebago.
Good job.
And can't wait to hear more about your team in the near future. Good. So good job with that one. So
moving on.
Let's go ahead and move on into this cross country. So been following cross country all season long. And like I was saying, one of my boys is running, and I got to see Homer run against Winnebago, or not against Winnebago, but all running against each other, but at the same meet, maybe about 3 or 4 times this year. And so I got a chance to watch some of the Homer kids run, and then all the Bagel kids run too. So it was really interesting. Like I said, I got a new respect for the sport, just watching how much these athletes got to be in shape. How much these athletes got to be in shape, and they really got to they got to run every day. They got to watch their diets. But I'm going to let these coaches here talk a little bit about that kind of stuff there. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by Coach Will Maxwell, and also Coach Barry Bono is here with us. And we're just going to discuss a little bit about the cross-country season, and then especially about the postseason, now that you guys are looking to make this trip down to Lincoln, or down to Omaha, right? Or
Kearney.
Kearney.
So Coach Will, go ahead and give us a little bit of introduction about yourself, about your coaching, and then about your experience right here with the cross country with Homer.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to start off to say thank you, Big Voice Radio, for giving a good shout out to cross country and whatnot and the boys. Secondly, I'm actually from Winnebago, Nebraska, a rural tribal member. So the last few years I've been expanding my knowledge on the health and fitness and K-12 physical education and exercise physiology. But with all that, come by a great opportunity in Homer, Nebraska. The cross-country program is growing. I believe they're in year number 5, if I'm not mistaken. And a huge big shout out to Coach Aaron Saskey for getting his program started, and then working through the thick and thin of it. He first started out with just 3 kids, and today the program has grown to close to 40 kids.
40 kids?
Wow.
So then,
that's amazing.
Like you mentioned earlier, Q, we do have some native athletes on our squad, or on the squad. We have Jessup Snowball, Junius Snowball, Ryland Parker, Jocelyn Parker, and Okie Bowles, Leela Bowles. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody, but it's just myself. It's nice to see the native runners around the area. I enjoy it. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy coaching them. I enjoy help building them. Like you said, there's a lot of hard work, and when we get Jessup a chance to get up here, he can talk about some of that hard work that actually has to get put in to end up at a state meet or in Kearney. I know these boys been grinding hard for 2 to 3 years, and it's kind of finally paying off. So the dedication, the perseverance, and the hard work is paying off for them.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I see that. When did you start? You said about 2 years ago, helping out with the cross country.
I did. I'm actually new to it myself. I got the job opportunity in Homer not 2 years ago. I started out coaching basketball, youth basketball, and then I was approached by head coach Aaron Saskey, and he had approached me and asked if I wanted to help. And myself, I just looked at him and kind of laughed, and I said, how does a guy even coach cross country?
I know, right?
Because I've been around track my whole life and never around cross country. So these last 2 years have been a great learning opportunity, seeing how the kids actually train for their season, because I was all new to it, and learning how these kids train and what to do and how to do it. It's been a really awesome experience. And
Nice.
Like you said, Q, the respect for this sport for me personally has gone up tremendously, and then what these kids go through, and then what they gain out of the sport. They gain a lot of self-esteem, a lot of confidence, to attack anything that's ahead of them.
Yeah,
So I
man.
just enjoy that aspect of it, watching these kids grow and build themselves mentally, spiritually, emotionally. All the
Yeah.
above.
Yep. And then we also have Coach Bono here with us. Coach Bono, you've been here in Winnebago teaching for a number of years, and you've been coaching, different sports from time to time, different seasons, stuff like that. What brought you to cross country?
Well, like Mr. Maxwell said, I appreciate being here. I was football coach for 12 years at Winnebago. I've been there 15. My son got into football, so I had to find something else I liked doing. I was track coach. So
Yeah.
Miss Markby asked me if I'd be willing to help out just 2 years ago, like Mr. Blackwell, and I have a whole new respect. I mean, I'll be one of the people that said, football was it. Football's a sport. Football takes discipline. It does, but cross country might be a step or two further than that. You don't have anybody to rely on other than yourself out there when you're running by yourself against these other kids and striving to get better every single race. When Rakeem comes home, how he is so proud every time he does a little bit better every single race, and
Absolutely.
and these kids work harder than anybody can possibly realize.
Yeah, one of the things that we always talk about too, like cross country, for like, especially for like my boy, I'm a basketball coach, so any kid that's out for cross country, I want them to go out for basketball. I want that kid out for basketball because the kind of defense that Winnebago plays in basketball season, that cross country, all it can do is make you that much
Absolutely.
more of a threat on defense.
Yep.
And then perfect example, and I'll give for our early shout outs earlier that. Our nephew, Dami Barrage, everybody's nephew, Dami Barrage, he's down there in Haskell, down there making a name for himself, and
Already.
he just got done running.
I love it up for him.
And then I need to mention, Dami, he's been placing all his meets, and his team's doing so good down at Haskell that they are actually going to be hosting their conference cross country meet down there at Haskell. They're going to
Nice.
go because of
Good
how
for
good they've
them.
been running. And so that is going to be happening on November 3rd. So November 3rd, ladies and gentlemen out there that are listening, if you guys are interested in hearing about Diami's race or anything like that, it's going to be happening on November 3rd that morning, I think at 10 o'clock. Just keep your ears open on the Big Voice Radio. We'll definitely give you an update, whether it's a sports show or just in general the regular programming. So we'll keep you updated on that. So I just want to
That's
give you a
awesome.
shout out.
That's great. He's a great kid.
Yeah, so man, let's how about let's get one of these boys up here. Let's get Jessup up here right here fast. I can take your place for
Okay.
a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the microphone right now is one of our very own Winnebago tribal members here, Jessup Snowball is here with us. He's a big time runner up in Homer, Nebraska, just 6 miles north of us here in Winnebago. And Jessup, I came down and watched you guys run a couple times, and I don't know. I'm one of those kind of guys, whether I'm a coach or not, that if I'm out there cheering, I'm going to cheer for all the natives. I see these native boys running by, waiting for my boy to come by, and I'm sitting there, let's go, push, push it. And
Absolutely.
so you guys had to have heard me out there hollering sometimes, but I asked you to come on today to kind of maybe share a little bit of your story about running. Like, when did you start running, and what made you? Because you have to love it. You have to love this sport by being out there doing what you're doing. So, when did you start running, and when did you fall in love with actually running? There you go.
I just asked my brother June if I should join cross country in like 8th grade. Or I think it was 7th grade. And then I just asked him if I should join, and he was like, yeah. So and then in 8th grade, I was like running. And I was placing pretty high for meet. And then that went by, and then at junior high state, I think I got like 34th, 33rd, something like that. And then, yeah. So it was really my brother June in
So
junior snowball.
How old is your brother June?
He's a junior.
He's a June. June's a June.
June's
You
a
like
June.
that? What month is it? No, I'm joking. So big shout out to your brother Junius, and he's also on the team, right?
Yeah.
So, and then big shout out to Junius and Rylan.
Rylan. Yeah.
Rylan, and then do the girls run too, or is this the boys make the?
The boys team made it as a team this year, first time ever. Congratulations to them. And then
Yes.
the girls team this year, the team did not make it. Only one girl made it.
But somebody qualified for
Yeah,
state.
one girl
That's
did
good.
qualify.
As a boy, how big is the boys team? How many kids get to go down and run?
For state, it's 5. Right, 5 of you.
Or 6 of us are going, but only 5 are running.
Oh, okay. So
They probably
probably
bring one for alternate just in case.
Yep.
in case someone rolls an ankle in a gopher hole out there.
or eat some bad pizza the night before or something. You know.
Some Jordan stuff.
Yeah. So go ahead and finish out. You started running when you was in 8th grade or 7th grade,
Yeah.
and so how long did it take you to fall in love with actually running, like being out there and actually enjoying yourself?
Probably like from the beginning, cause like I just like the time to like think about stuff. And like you're running, you just have like a lot of time to think and just a lot of time to yourself when you run.
Yeah.
And like that's what I really like about cross country.
So when you started placing, in those meets in junior high, is that kind of like, hey, I might actually be good at this? Is that kind of your mindset?
Yeah.
And then after that, you just kind of ran with it, so to speak.
Yeah, push you a little harder too to even be better and placing higher and stuff. That's cool.
Then I see that your pops John, he's a real avid runner now. He's out there keeping his body in shape, and he's younger than us, but he's not a spring chicken no more. But he's out there running. He's getting in good shape too. So I see him out there running with you guys.
You got to be a little over 40 right now, I bet.
Yeah, he's like 41.
Yeah, he's pretty close.
41 or
He's a couple
something,
years
yeah.
older than I am.
Like the same age as Pete.
No,
Yeah.
Pete's a year younger.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking
But-
the reason why we know is
Through our brothers,
when
yeah.
they're in high school, yeah.
Yeah, so I really, I know your dads are really proud when I got a hold of him saying, hey, I want to get your boy on a show and have him come up here and talk a little bit about cross country. Can kind of sense the excitement in him to have you come on here and do this. This sports show, it was just an idea that came up last year sometime, and then since then, we've had a lot of good interviews. We have a lot of good. And then we don't even really call them interviews anymore. They're just conversations,
Yeah.
And man, we had all kind of good ones up here. And one thing that we really like is when our own make it to the state tournaments, the state competitions, to get at that level, because then you're really kind of showing what kind of athletes that can be put out there from our community here in Winnebago.
Absolutely.
And then our own people too, our own bloodlines, going out there and doing big things. And who knows this young man sitting here might be running down a Haskell with Dami in a few years.
Yeah.
They might be taking him to the national meet and stuff like that. Who knows?
Yeah.
So which brings me kind of to the next thing I was going to ask you though, Jessup, is what do you see yourself doing? I mean, with this cross country here in the near future? What are you? You're a sophomore?
I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman? Freshman. Freshman. So, okay, let me rephrase that question, because I didn't know he's a freshman. So
Yeah, Jessup's pretty tough. He's been tough.
one of your first goals, I know that this probably has to be it, and let me know, is that time that the first place guy got when you qualified for state. What was it? 17? It was like 1790 or 7. Do you remember, Barry?
I don't.
No, but the
It's
first
close,
time,
yep.
like
Top.
as a freshman, you got to look at that time and think, hey, I can get that time. I can get that time. Are you big on your times?
Yeah, kinda.
Practice and competition?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I bet a lot of times though that times they're always going to differ because you're not running the same course all the time. I mean, for instance, that when they run down in Beamer, you got to run that hill at the
Yeah,
end.
hill.
That's just going to kill everybody's stomachs and their legs, and you can slow them down. And I'm just getting tired talking about it.
A lot of variables: the weather, the wind,
Yeah, all of that stuff.
all
so.
of it.
Yeah,
So-
there was a meet that they ran in South Sioux right there, right next to the river. It's all flat, but the wind was probably about 30 miles an hour right in your face for about 3/4 of a mile, or 3/4 of the course, I should say. So that it is tough. Each course is tough.
One race is how long?
About 3.1 miles.
3 miles.
Like a 5K.
Okay, that's dang.
I know that's a lot of running. Well,
Breathe heavy over here.
Yeah. So get back to running. We always talk about on the show, our kids from the community going through junior high, high school, getting good, their their sport that they're interested in, and then getting good enough grades to make the college level. Now, do you see yourself running in college at the next level?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe tell me, like, go back into your thinking, the thinking that you do by yourself, not the one you're visiting your pops and stuff like that, the one that you're thinking on your own. What do you see in the near future? What do you see yourself doing in about 5 years, 6 years or so?
I really want to play basketball for college.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be cross country since I'm better at cross country.
Right now.
Yeah,
Right now.
yeah.
You're still young. Basketball's, you can never count that out. Everybody can play basketball, so you can do whatever you put your mind to,
This cross country thing, this might actually be getting you ready for
Yep.
that big move to take it to the next level in basketball too, and all I could do is just say I'm gonna look forward to that, to seeing you guys, you and your brother and the other boys rallying them all up in Homer doing your thing, and you guys are doing a great job representing the Winnebago people, and I say just continue on doing that, And then one thing that I want to say before we get these other people up here is never stop making your parents proud. Never stop making your grandparents proud. And always do that. Even to this day, I'm 50 years old, and I still want to make my parents proud no matter what I do. So just continue on doing that because I know your parents are proud, and then we're all proud of you up here too. Keep doing what you're doing up there. Keep on representing up there. You're representing your last name, and then you're representing our Winnebago people up there. So keep it going, man. Hey, so
How old did you say you was?
Freshman.
No, how old did you say you was?
Oh, 50.
50.
Yeah, no, this guy here. So my last question, then I'm gonna get these guys up. So, what do you know about Billy Mills?
He won like the 10K, got first place
In what?
in the Olympics.
There you go. I believe it was 1968,
4?
64, 60.
Tokyo Olympics, look it up.
Oh yeah, Tokyo.
All right, Google.
Google it.
All right, and then did you ever see the movie Running Brave?
Nah.
Have your dad figure that out.
You need to tell your
Get that for
dad,
you.
dust off that VHS tape.
Yeah.
Dust off that VHS tape
High
and
school
watch.
graduate, I believe,
Yeah.
Billy Mills.
Yeah, and he went to KU as well.
Yeah.
Went to the Marines and everything. But it's his that movie Running Brave is his story. His life story.
Right there.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, DJ Bestme pulled up Billy Mills up there on the Google machine, and there's a lot about him. So if you want, watch that movie Running Brave. And then you guys out there listening, if you guys haven't seen the movie Running Brave, you guys need to try to find that video somewhere and watch it. Running Brave. It's about
good
Billy
movie.
Mills. It's a good movie. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get a couple more people up here. Let's get this young lady up here. Tressa Big Bear is in the house. She's in the house. Oh, Jessup, one thing before you take out. No, Jessup. Do you want to give any special shout outs to anybody? Maybe somebody who helped you get you where you're at. Maybe other inspirational people, teachers, coaches, whatever like that. But you want to give some special shout outs?
I'd like to shout out Aiden Harris from my cross country team, since he helped me with my training, and I ran with him for the first part of the season, but then he got injured, and then
Cool. Okay. Is that it?
yeah.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, then I want to say thank you to you, Coach Will, and then say thank you to Jessup for you guys' time coming in here, sharing with the people your guys' experience with this cross country. Will, a lot of good words that you said about the sport here. All I could do is, as a sports fan, is just take it all in. And then as we go further and talk more about cross country, now I have a better idea of all this stuff too. And I say thank you to you. And then Jessup, I want to say thank you to you for coming in here, giving your time too, as a young man, going out into this competition. You're going to be going in, and it's tomorrow, right?
It's on Friday.
It's on Friday. So, but you guys are all heading out tomorrow.
You get wined and dined.
Get babied a little bit.
Yeah.
Get spoiled a little bit by your schools and all that stuff. So take advantage of that.
Just don't get your nails done, whatever you do.
Yeah. So, but I do want to say thank you for your time, and then I know that the people will be wanting a good update, so you guys run your butts off, okay?
Run and have fun.
All
Have
right.
fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, good luck.
All right.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, coming to the microphone, I'm coming to the microphone right now is Miss Tressa Big Bear. Miss Tressa Big Bear, she is making history. So Tressa, say hello to the viewers.
Hey,
To the listeners.
To the listeners. Well, the viewers over here, buddy. Listeners and the viewers.
Everybody.
And then Coach, I need you to give me your proper introduction, Coach Nelson.
Hey, I'm Coach Nelson. This is my first year coaching cross country. I didn't know what I was getting into.
Didn't know what she's getting into, huh?
No. When Coach Markovy left, Coach Bono says, will you do this? And it took a little prodding, but I finally said yes. I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's like I said, coaches right here are being part of history.
Yeah.
Tressa Big Bear, when she qualified for the state cross country meet, she becomes the first girl, the first female in our school history to make the state cross country meet. So let's go.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So, Tressa, I need to hear your version of what was going through your head on that maybe out the last leg of that race when you were in your mind thinking, am I going to qualify or what? I need to hear it from you.
honestly, the only thing that was going through my head was, I got to do this for me and just me. And I got to run my hardest no matter what.
Good girl.
And I got to finish.
You got to finish. So when did you actually realize that you qualified?
It still didn't kick in.
It still didn't kick in?
Okay, so it was like, it kicks in like sometimes I'll be like, just like doing my thing and I'll like think like, dang, I'm actually going to state.
Yeah.
Or I'm actually like making history.
Yeah.
But like most of the time it's just like another meet.
Yeah.
I treat it like it was just any other meet.
That's good. That's a good mindset. That's a good mindset. And then, so when you crossed the finish line, did you know then?
Yeah.
You already knew that you.
Yeah, because
okay.
no one else was passing me.
Oh.
I
okay,
knew
okay.
I was in fourth the whole race.
That's all
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to ask, too, what place did you
I got
finish?
fourth.
Fourth?
Yeah.
And how many runners?
Oh man.
I don't even know how many
I don't
runners.
know.
Man, that's just, no, regardless, that's good stuff. That's
Yeah,
good stuff.
yeah. Like getting, like I think they said the top 10 or top 15 qualify.
Yeah, the top 15.
Top
Top
15.
15,
yep.
So yeah, she knew from way back there then.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, man. It's just like, then I can't even tell you when did it sink in because you just not told me, you know. And, so, Coach, what about you, Coach Nelson? When you realized that your first year doing cross country that you was already going to be heading to the state meet.
It was crazy. From the beginning of the season, we knew that we had this chance with her. She just had to believe in herself. She had to run her race like she knows she can. And that's what it came down to. Her doing her thing and doing what she knew she could do.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I see it a lot of times last year, too. I mean, did you, how close was you last year making it, Tressa? Do you remember?
Last year our district meet was cold, windy. We had loops going. We had to overlap the course. It was it was just a bad course
Oh,
and
wow.
a bad day. And I had stuff going on, so it was still, I wasn't in the right mindset to
I
be
see.
running for districts then.
I see. Well, I just see I seen you always running with Diami, and it
Yeah.
kind of seemed like I see you guys in passing when you guys get out of school, when you guys are practicing. Then you guys must have all just took off, just left. You guys are all right there. Then when I come back through town, then Diami's way up there. But you're like right behind him. You're
Yeah.
not right behind, but so I knew right there, and I was like, man, she's kind of hanging in there right there, running with Diami, and Diami's really good. So I was like, she's gonna do good. So I thought that was last year when you guys was running. So when I heard about it this year, it was, you know, you're I'm not too sure what Patrice is with you. Is that she your
My
auntie?
grandma.
Your grandma? Oh, jeez. Sorry, babe.
Yeah. God,
But so she's out of town right now. But she was talking about you last night on the phone, So she's real proud of you. She's down in Albuquerque for a conference, so she'll be back Friday night. She's gonna miss it, she said, but we were gonna try to make our way down there for you, but work happened for her. So, but anyway, I just want to let you know that she was thinking about you last night, and that she hopes you all the best and run hard and have fun. That's just a little message to you from her. So, congrats again.
Yeah. Then I saw some other posts of Tressa's Choka and Marvin and her aunties and stuff like that. Everybody's been putting posts up, really proud of her.
Mm-hmm.
And then one thing I wanted to say too, Tressa, and I don't know if you even know, but you know, you're named after one of my old classmates from back in the day, and she was a real close friend of mine. And so I even I was talking to Alyssa at the school, and I was mentioning to her that you know your grandma's probably real proud of you, you know. So make sure that when you're there, you know think about those people too, that that you want to still make them proud of you too. So maybe that can give you extra motivation, to pick up the speed, or maybe catch that person that's right in front of you, like they're running fast, but I want to catch that person. Then when you pass that person, well, I want to catch this next one,
Yeah.
Maybe get that extra motivation, just to motivate you like that, as a sports fan and a coach, I just try to give you motivation like that. So
Yeah.
So anyway, Coach Nelson, let me ask you this question. What do you know about Billy Mills?
I don't know anything.
Don't know anything about
No.
Billy Mills. All right, Tressa?
Google him.
What Jessup said, honestly, just
Really?
that he was like one of the best natives to ever run.
Yeah. So you ladies, I got homework for you guys. You guys need to watch that movie,
Yep.
Running Brave.
I have it
Yeah,
in my
Tressa
notes
showed
from
it to
last
me.
time.
Do you really? Okay.
From
Oh,
last time we came with basketball,
Yeah.
you told us to watch it,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
I had it in my notes, and I just never watched it.
Yeah.
55 runners.
55?
55.
Okay, so that Coach Bono just now said that there were 55 runners when Tressa placed 4th place in district. So
And the girl that they try to have me run with got 12th.
14th.
14th?
Yeah.
They was trying to tell me to keep, where was she from?
West Point Beamer.
West Point Beamer, and they said keep up with her.
keep up with her.
And then she got 14th, and I got 4th.
Oh man.
So she needs to keep up with me.
So that's the first example of sometimes you just don't listen to your coaches. That's something, it'll work out. No, but that's good though. That's good. Then cross country. Then so you're a junior, right?
Yeah.
You're a junior. So this year's gonna be huge. Next year is really gonna be huge. And tell us a little bit about what you plan on doing after that.
Ooh, basketball season after that.
Ooh, no. I know basketball. I'm talking about after high school.
After high school,
after you graduate.
I want to, if I get a scholarship for anything, a good scholarship, I'm gonna go to college. If I don't, I plan on going to the Marines so they can pay for my college. Because I've always wanted to go since I was like in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you could do good for running, for either or.
Yeah.
The Marines or college.
Just like we said, you could run for the Marines too.
Guess,
Yeah.
guess who else ran for the Marines?
Billy Mills ran
Billy
for the
Mills.
So
Yes,
you guys
indeed.
got to watch the movie.
You guys gotta watch the movie.
Yeah.
That's probably what you're gonna end up doing, is all the same stuff you did too. So, well, that's good though. Dude. I'm glad you said college. Me and Buff talk about this all the time on the show. We talk about each one of these sports. Cross country right now is the hot thing. 2 weeks from now, basketball's gonna be the hot thing. But we always talk about you young athletes keeping your grades up in school,
Yep.
and having that goal, having a vision of what you want to do. If you want to play basketball, then make that your goal. But don't let that slow you down in cross country, or
Yeah.
vice versa. If you want to run, don't let basketball
Can't
slow you
forget
down.
about track though.
You got that's all year round, and then you guys can do stuff in the summer too. So anyway, but that's what we try and do, because we try to highlight that stuff. So then maybe something that you say, something that we say, something that one of the coaches say, maybe clicks in one of these young athletes' mind. And all of a sudden now they want to go to college and they want to go play sports.
Yeah.
And they gotta figure out how to do that by getting good grades and going to school.
And that's when we'd have our old like the past shows too. We'd bring in travel members from around here that went to college and played sports and stuff, and then they come back, get their degree, and then come back and they're working in the community or doing stuff like that. So it's just trying to get that mindset too. You guys go away. You don't always have to come back to res and going nowhere, but go out and find yourself. You guys are, but enjoy these times. when you're young, because after a while, when you get older, your body will start breaking down. You're gonna be getting heavier, it's hurting, pain. That's how it took me holding down to the railings and come walk down these steps down here. But you guys didn't see that because I slipped and ran them down. but yeah, it's tough. Old athletes' bodies break down, but you guys enjoy this time now. You guys are all young and run your heart out. Run your heart out.
Once again, the memoirs of Buffalo Bass.
Man, get mad when I think about it.
So I heard that they're having a big send off for you tomorrow. Is
Yeah.
that correct? What time is that?
At 10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock.
In the morning.
10 o'clock a.m. at the school, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want to be down there to help send off Tressa to this huge event in her life, this milestone.
Accomplishment.
Let's all meet up over there at the school at 10 o'clock and give her a good send off.
Hey, Coach, and one question. When did you start working here for the school?
I was here for 2 years, and then I left for a little while, and I've been back for the last 6 years.
Oh, okay. So you was here when our boys won the state tournament in 2015?
I left right before that.
Right before that?
Yep.
Okay, so you missed out on
Yep,
that
I
one.
did.
Wow,
I did go down to state and watch them, though.
Nice. I think everybody in Nebraska went down there and
Yeah.
watched them.
Yep.
But I was gonna say, you seen how our community and our school and how we cater to them kids, and that made it big. That was a history that they made, and it was just something else. It was the whole, not even at the games. Even when you get back here to Winnebago and everything, it was just something big. So that's what you guys get to look forward to. So make sure new superintendent down there, what's his name?
Turner.
Mr. Turner.
Yeah, Mr. Turner.
No. Or what's his first name? Do you remember his first? Come on, yeah. Can you make sure that guy babies you guys? Make sure you guys go down and get fed and you guys enjoy yourself down there. Have fun, soak in the memories.
Yeah, the way I look at it too, from an administration standpoint. I mean, I'm not an administrator, but we get consistently every season get runners, going to the state meet every cross country year. They're going to start putting more money into the program.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to put more money into the program. Maybe more training equipment. I mean, I don't know what kind of equipment you get for running, but
same with the golf
Sweats.
teams.
Sweaters,
sweats,
windbreakers.
Under Armour stuff, shoes, cool shoes. Yeah.
So go get them.
Need
Yeah,
some
we're
shoes.
just throwing ideas out there, Mr. James, Coach James, Adam. All right, so anyway, so we're gonna be looking forward to the meet this Friday. I'll make sure and give you guys a good spotlight next week too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get the results in.
Yep.
And then Buff, at the end of the show we gotta come up with a couple of athlete of the weeks.
Okay.
We haven't given out an athlete of the week for a couple of weeks, so
Well, that's because Bethany's selling us out 2 weeks in a row.
well actually that was the harvest celebration was
Oh, yeah.
planned for the
Oh.
Wednesday, so
All right, Beth, you're off the hook.
gonna be busy.
I also looked at Mopla.
Okay, so let's get Coach Bono back up here real fast, and then we got a couple more questions for Coach Bono and also Tressa. So, going back and looking at this whole season, and then Tressa, you've been running for a couple years now, and now I know in basketball and football, being a fan, watching on the TV and stuff like that, we come up with these heroes. Me and Buff, we both like old school Jordan, and then he has his favorites for nowadays, and I have my favorites. But as for you, for running first, do you have any kind of heroes in running?
Well, you?
No, you.
Oh,
You.
Yeah, you
So-
first.
You.
I don't really watch specific people run. The only person I've ever known that ran was Naomi.
Yeah.
So ever since I was an underclassman, I always looked up to him just because he was an upperclassman and did all the right stuff, all the right things, and now he's at Haskell running.
Mm-hmm.
And so I look up to him.
You still follow him?
Yeah.
He's a gym rat.
Yeah,
he's
I still look up to him to this day.
It's good.
Just because he's still grinding and still doing everything he needs to do.
Good role model.
Yeah, good role model. Okay, so let's go to basketball, because I seen you talk about basketball just a few seconds ago, and the smile just lit
I
up
think
on your
that's
face, man.
I know, and just to think that's her sport. I mean, she's made it state tournament cross country, but basketball is her sport.
So, who's your heroes in basketball?
I gotta go with Dennis Rodman.
What?
Yep.
What?
Trayvon,
Let's
you hear that?
go.
Dennis Rodman.
Let's go. Hey, this is
a young girl talking about old school ball.
Dennis Rodman, and then Giannis now.
There you go. Yeah, he's a grinder too.
He's good. He's tough.
Yeah, man.
Just because
So
we kind of play the same positions.
Yeah.
Gotta get the boards.
The all out hustle stuff.
Yep.
I was watching. I made a couple of you guys' games down there when you played with the Bullets, and then last year I seen some games and watched some of you guys on TV when I was watching the games at home. So I was impressed. Even when you were in junior high, this guy coached or ref some of your games.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, remember that? So
Yeah.
she can keep the fouls under control, then she's gonna be pretty good. That's all girls that age are like that, man. So,
Trusted quit hacking.
yeah, quit slapping and do it. You gotta do it sneakingly.
Yeah, well, basketball season's just right around the corner, but hey, let's finish this one off hard, man. Let's finish this one off good, and I'm really excited to see you bring some hardware back to Winnebago, because I got that much confidence in you.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say thank you, Tressa, for coming in and joining us today, sharing it with us, your thoughts, your feelings. Before you're done here today, give you some time to give some special shout outs if you have any today.
Special shout out to my grandma for always wanting me to do my best and actually making me go out for cross country my first year.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, good shout out. Good shout out. Okay, thank you, Tressa, for being here.
Tressa, have fun, run hard, soak up the memories. You never know if it's gonna happen again, but soak it up, have fun.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tressa Big Bear, and we also spoke earlier to Jessup Snowball, and then we also have a couple names to mention too: Ryland Parker and Junius Snowball, for also qualifying for the state cross country meet that's going to be held on Friday. So yeah, just good luck to all the runners.
Yep.
And good luck to that Homer team up there too.
Yep.
So we got Coach Will Maxwell back up here, and Coach Bono's up here with us, and we're gonna end this discussion about. Let's talk about those Huskers, man. Let's talk about those Huskers.
All right. Where we want to start?
I got a couple things. I was two things I was glad is that I was glad they had to buy.
Yep.
So they can heal up a little bit, get some of their guys that have been banged up, get them ready.
Yep.
And then I was also happy that I won one of your quarters in the pool when I needed it.
Yeah.
No, that was good, man.
Yeah.
And I was out there in Seattle just messing around out there for
11 days, like
days
down in Florida, like you always do.
Yeah, just down there trying to enjoy myself, And then my brother calls me up, and I was like, "Hey, this guy never calls me." And I was like, matter of fact, who calls anyway?
Your phone never on. That's why. Pay your bill.
No, I said I'm on Wi-Fi. Just message me.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, but I already knew what he was calling me for, and because the Huskers were playing that day. So anyway, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And then so let's talk about them, man. What's their next game? Northwestern. And when they play?
Saturday. 2:30.
Yeah, big favorite too. 11-point favorite.
Yep, double.
Should get that one.
Yeah. And then anymore. I seen like the schedule. We still might be able to win at least 4 or 5 more.
Oh,
I'm thinking.
Yeah, the rest of the Big Ten in our conference don't look very, very good.
Hey,
We just had to get that Michigan game out of the way, man.
Yeah, that one just. I mean, got the kids' heads back out of the clouds because they're the #1 rush defense in America until that game.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever. I mean, it's good. We got a quarterback situation good now. We don't have a turnover king back there underneath center anymore. So
yeah, you look at the like the game against Illinois. Didn't Illinois beat Nebraska last year?
Yeah.
Or I think everybody beat Nebraska last year, but
yeah, we ain't talking about that though.
But we definitely are coming back. I mean, bouncing back from a season like last year.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the coaching?
Go ahead, Barry. You're a football guy, Barry.
Any of you guys, do you think it's the coaching?
They're making tackles. It has to be.
Yeah.
We missed so many tackles last year, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
And now we're making the tackles. We're making the plays. We're we're cutting down on the miscues that we had earlier in the season. It's got to be the coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. I think we just need to give Coach Rule a shot
Yeah.
a lot longer than us spoiled Husker fans.
Yeah. We're all
Yeah,
spoiled.
we are
though.
spoiled. How's that? We are spoiled, guys.
Coach got his Boise State colors on. Coach he kills me when he talks about Huskers. Man. Like
Hey,
throwing
this, is all,
something at
this,
him,
is all,
right?
this is all Chester right here.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think the kids are buying in down in
They
Lincoln right
without
now.
a doubt they are.
Yeah.
This is getting it all together.
I always thought that, I mean, you know, a lot of people want to go get these 4 or 5 star quarterbacks and tailbacks and receivers. Go get a 4 or 5 star lineman. Yeah, it helps, but go
Yeah.
get some linemen. 4 or 5 star linemen. You can get anybody a 3-star running back and run behind a good lineman.
Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's what I say. You know, go concentrate. Go get some of them Samoans or Hawaiian guys out there, and
Yeah,
just get some
big
of those
dudes.
guys. Yeah.
Well, it's always interesting to see too our in-state recruiting and how much of our kids leave the state of Nebraska.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's always a conversation, even in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, all sports.
It never used to happen.
Yeah.
If you were from Nebraska, you played for Nebraska.
Yeah, for sure. You got those big corn-fed boys out there, and big man. We had some big
I mean,
boys back in the days, man.
that kind of has to go both ways. I mean, people are leaving, but also, I bet Nebraska's not actually doing all the recruiting in-state either. They're probably looking outside for those 5
Absolutely.
or 4-star athletes. You
Yeah.
know, going outside where we could.
They gotta go out.
We have the guys.
They could get back out to New Jersey and stuff like that. Get a couple criminals to come play for us.
Get
We'll
the
be
Peter,
all right.
yeah, the
Get
Peter
back to the
brothers
90s.
back. There you go, Peter's brothers. New
Shoot,
Jersey.
Those Makovica offspring should be showing up pretty soon too.
Yeah, man. Those guys, I know, man. It's just like we gotta get some. I mean, they're bringing in some kids, but you know, with that transfer portal now, you know, these kids come in, and if they're not getting the PT that they want, they don't want to work hard, then they're just gonna dip. You know, they'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they want to go play down south or out, you know, down Florida area, and you know, because it's the weather and you know all the
And
beaches. And,
well, those other schools too that get all the major TV time. That's what they're trying to get on. too.
Yeah,
Instead of having to go and be on cable or something, they want to be on. They want to be on those main TV
Yeah.
channels. You know?
yeah.
So, yeah, but like you said, I saw a lot of people saying that we can win this thing out right now.
Yeah,
You know?
yep.
And after looking at like the schedule, like you said, and seeing what those other teams are up to right now, and
Long as we get 3 more, and then one of those 3 is Iowa. As long as we get that, good season.
yeah,
Good
as
season.
long as we get Iowa.
I even said good season last year. We beat Iowa. And I was good season, boys.
It was 1-12, and as long as we beat Iowa,
As long as I can get on
guys.
Buff's board, I'll be all right.
I usually do too. Hey, one thing about since we're talking about Nebraska, just kind of off of football. You know, since Nebraska's a volleyball school, you guys know that, right?
Yeah, Nebraska been a volleyball school.
Yeah, they're the Husker ladies are ranked number 2 in the nation, and they play Wisconsin on Saturday, which are number 1 in the nation.
That'd be a
Yeah.
good game.
So they play prime time, 7:00 on ESPN.
Man, yeah, volleyball fan. We talked a little bit about volleyball earlier, but hey, everybody who's still listening to this show and that's interested in volleyball,
Yeah.
that'll be a game to watch. I don't know how to watch it though. In the Big Ten Network?
No, I just said ESPN, fool.
Oh,
It's the big dog game.
it's
Yeah.
the big game.
Number 1 and number 2.
and it's happening down in Lincoln.
Yep, yes, sir.
I saw tickets online. These guys are trying to sell their tickets for $300 a piece.
Oh, I believe it.
That's
$300 a
Devaney.
piece.
Do they play at the Devaney?
Yeah.
Is that where they play?
Yep.
So they'd be sold out like when the boys played down there in
Yeah.
16.
Oh man, that's gonna be an interesting game to watch. Bethany, I was even trying to get in on a game. I was talking to somebody I know down there, and I was trying to get a press pass down there. It's like nope. so anyway, we have to watch that from ESPN, I guess.
Oh, I got a 86 in my living room, so I'll be fine. I'll be closer than anybody else.
Oh yeah. Well, there it is. All right, coaches. Last thing, you guys want to get some shout outs? We try to use this radio station to give a lot of shout outs to people that maybe don't get the thanks or don't get the credit that they get out there in the real world or social media or whatnot. Coaches.
Yeah, I guess I could start out. I just want to give a huge shout out again to the Big Voice Radio. Thank you guys for
Oh yeah.
having this segment on cross country. Myself, I've grown to love the sport and changed my life. And then I want to give a huge shout out to head coach Aaron Saskey and his program for the opportunity.
Yeah,
And then
Good brother.
serving the the populations, the boys, the girls, and then our shout out to our native runners around the area. It's good to see.
Good one, bro. Good shout out there, bro.
All right, Coach Bono.
Big shout out to the Bass brothers here for having me up here.
One time, turn my mic up.
Shout out to the parents that raise these great kids that do go out for cross country. They listen.
Yep.
They do a good job. Shout out to the 3 kids that if they don't make state next year, I'll be disappointed because there's 3 of them that could have a chance next year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Realistic chance, all 3 of them.
Good job.
And maybe even more than that if I get some of the freshmen back out that went out for football.
All right, man. All right. Hey,
Shout out, boys.
Yeah, good shout outs, guys. And thank you for those shout outs. And then all the people that they gave those shout outs to, we all give you a shout out from here.
Yeah.
All right. So, Buff, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go. So it brings us to the point in our show where myself and my co-host here, we give out the athlete of the week. And I don't know. I think it's pretty easy.
It's pretty obvious.
It's pretty easy this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
You pick one. I'll do the other.
I'm gonna go ahead and give my athlete of the week to Mr. Jessup Snowball. Jessup Snowball, you are my athlete of the week. Yeah, and I just want to say to you, congratulations. But the work's not done. Finish hard, young man. Finish hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jessup's pretty humble. He's been working his butt off, and he's a spectacular runner. So
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
job. Good job. Okay, then obviously, Tressa, I'm going to go ahead and give my athlete of the week to you. Congratulations on making history. You carry the Big Bear name, proud family right there. Run hard, have fun, soak up the memories, and have fun.
Yeah. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. And for all you listeners out there and all you viewers out there, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us. We do get probably about 15 more views every week that we have our show. So say thank you to the listeners. Thanks for the viewers. And then I want to say thanks to all the people that are listening out there on 100.9 FM KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. This is the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. I am your host, Coach Q, along here with my co-host, B Luv, is in the house.
Good night, y'all. Good night.
Yeah,
Thanks
and we are out of here till next week.